Hello, hello. I am Joanna here at Our Homeschool. Today it is just me, and I thought I would come and talk to you guys about art and handwork. I don't think I'm gonna really cover crafts right now, but mostly art and handwork in our homeschool and how we incorporate it. Art has been a little bit harder, so this year we're really tackling as far as art studies and studying specific artists, so artist studies. But we do plan on getting better at that. We have done plenty, they've just never been continuous. Like we just kind of do it and then we'll go like a month or two and then we'll do another one. So we're hoping to actually really add that to our rhythm this year. We've already really added in art. We've started Waldorfish, which I bought back in January. I purchased it in January, the foundations, weekly foundations from Waldorfish, and I purchased it this year in January. Yes, January, and I thought we would work it in. It was too difficult for us to, by the time it's January, our schedule's pretty much, you know, what it's gonna be for the rest of the school year. We had a hard time squeezing it in. I said, let's not force it. So we started this year. We've already completed lesson 3 because we've started school for about 3 weeks. Yes, for 3 weeks now. And we are loving it. We're so happy with it. We look forward to it. It is penciled in every week and we cannot wait to move on to lesson 4 already next week. So I'm gonna just go ahead and just sort of show you guys what we use, things that we've really enjoyed. I think anything we haven't enjoyed, I don't even have anymore. As far as crafts, I think I'll get into that in another video maybe, I don't know. And then we will also, as far as artist studies, I think I will also do that in another video because yeah, I have a lot of books, picture book biographies mostly on artists, and then I have a lot of materials. I used to be in crafting swaps with other homeschool moms, and we had artist swaps that were amazing. And so I really ended up with a lot of amazing materials for that. So I definitely want to share those with you guys. And I haven't done a swap in a while just because as Jam is getting older, it's been a little bit harder, but I'm hoping to get back into that this year. We're really working on our rhythm where he is becoming more independent as well and doesn't need me as much. So hopefully, I'm hoping that that means that I will also get time to craft a little more and swap with some moms. All right, I'm gonna take a sip of water. Let me just let you know, when you see me holding a mug, it's probably just water. It's pretty much all I drink. I don't drink coffee. Very rare do I drink tea. And yes, water. And I do drink Sprite, and that's a treat. I try not to have it too much, but that is my other drink. I don't drink juice, none of it. So water. I'm gonna have some water so my voice doesn't go away while we're doing this video. And I'm gonna share with you what we use. Okay, I'm gonna start with just art supplies. So first thing I'll start with is our colored pencils. These are I'm probably gonna butcher the name, Lyra, L-Y-R-A, Super Furby color pencils. And we've had these forever. They're big, they are just amazing. They work really, really well. We like the color they produce. Sometimes they're a little too thick, so for the times that Jam wants a smaller point, we use his Prismacolors. And if you watched our, our Rainbow Resource unboxing, we had gotten a new box because, let's see if I can find a tiny one. This is where some of them are at. So these go really quick. These don't wear down quite as quick. These wear down really quick, especially because he likes to use these a little bit more now. But I would imagine, and I know he's only one child, but we used these when I was running a nature co-op, and I would bring our colored pencils to share. And yeah, these things will last. We even have mini ones. I only have one in here, the rest are put away. So because the mini ones are in like a backpack for when we're hiking, we take the small ones to do any nature journaling. So I like those, and I have the colors, and then I have the ones that say skin tone. I hope that focuses, I don't know. Skin tone on them. And so we can make sure that he can draw and have all the different skin tone colors. So that's what we use for colored pencils. For crayons, we've been using these probably not this batch, but this brand of colored pencils since probably like preschool, kindergarten. This is, he just upgraded to this huge set towards the end of last year. Look at this. I love this holder. This is from Happy Place Nature. Yeah, I couldn't find a holder I really loved for these crayons, and she designed this. Isn't it gorgeous? And on top of it, it's dark wood, which is nice. I like the light wood ones, but the dark woods, you don't see the crayon markings on them as much. So that's really nice. So we use these Stockmar Beeswax crayons. These are the sticks. Let's see, this Stockmar. And we also have the blocks. So we really enjoy these. He does a lot of his schoolwork as well in these. Oh, I don't have one of his main lesson books out, but he uses these a lot, and we really like them. He is starting to want thinner, and I don't know if Crayola is the way to go. So I'm actually going to do some research on some thinner crayons for him, or, you know, that have a smaller point. So if you have any suggestions on really good quality crayons that'll last, let me know. Because these, I'll tell you, I had his smaller set from when he was in pre-K, and when I upgraded to this set, it was still in good enough condition that I was able to sell what was left of it. They are amazing, amazing. And I love this holder. And then watercolor. I'm not even done with crayons. I'm so sorry. I've got these All of Us skin tone crayons. These are also beeswax crayons, and I'm gonna link where you can purchase the color pencils, the crayons, everything, the holders, all of it. So super cute. We just got these for this year because when we upgraded, there is a couple that you can use for skin tones, but it just wasn't enough. Like our color pencils have so much more skin tone options that I knew I wanted to get these. Super cute. It says "You are perfect," and these are the skin tone beeswax crayons from All of Us. So I'm really excited to use these. As a matter of fact, they came when I was away, and I had a friend come to my house and get them because I was scared they were gonna melt in the mailbox because it gets so hot in my mailbox. So these are new, and I'm excited to try these out. Watercolor. Okay, so Jan just got these for his birthday. This holder is also from Happy Place Nature, and it's got the jars for the watercolors. And he'll actually be using these next week in his Waldorfish class because they're doing wet on wet painting. And we're super excited for that. And in those jars, we'll use the Stockmar watercolors. And this stuff right here lasts forever. This is the bigger pack of 6, and I had the 3-pack. I ended up selling it because I ended up getting the 6-pack to go with the 6 jars. So yeah, they last forever because you just add a little bit and you dilute it with water in the jars. So we're super excited to use these next week. And we also have, for watercolor, yeah, I have my art cart next to me, the Stockmar watercolors. This is Jam set. I also have a set for myself because sometimes we like to paint next to each other, and it comes with a little tray. And you can see it's been used and loved and still going strong. This is our 2nd school year with this set. Bought this one for last year for school. So they really last. I try to get good quality stuff because let me just tell you, when we did our first Waldorfish lesson, which was the watercolor lesson, Jan pulled these out, and there's nothing wrong with them at all. We do use these, and you can tell by looking at them that they're used, but the colors were not as vibrant, and he was getting frustrated, and I said, oh, well, bring out the Stockmar ones. And it was less options of colors, but the vibrancy was amazing. And here was, where did I put it? Here it is. This was the first lesson in Waldorfish using watercolors. Isn't that amazing? Amazing, right? We were super excited with the results on that one. So it really makes a difference to me to get him quality materials because your work comes out more vibrant and it just looks better already. So you're kind of giving them a good start on the watercolor, on their artwork coming out amazing. So yeah, that's just my opinion. And I really go with that. These are watercolor crayons. We saw these at Michael's and we just picked them up because they were really cool. And he's used them and they are really cool. We like them. He has, oh goodness, he just got this recently from his Owl Crate Jr. We did take it with us on vacation. So the box is a little dirty. Super cute little tin, which is gonna go in his backpack from now on for you can tell it's dirty up here because he used it for nature journaling. And I'm super, because it comes with a little watercolor brush, which you put the water inside. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. He enjoyed it when he used it on our trip in Alaska. And he makes some very cute artwork with that. And he's also got some, yeah, no, that was it for watercolor, yes. I did order this book. I only have got a little cut off printing. I ordered this book, so I'm gonna try using it. It's a workbook for watercolor painting and color theory. So I'm gonna read through that and hopefully we will extend our watercolor work this year. A friend of mine got me this and I haven't used it yet. And we're almost wrapping up our ocean study. So I think that for the last of it, we're gonna do some ocean watercolors. So this is in the ocean and I'm excited to use that with him. So super excited to use that. So that's, I think that's it for watercolors. Yes, and crayons and colored pencils. We don't really use markers that much. He does have some thin Sharpie markers. Sometimes he likes to outline. He's got some, the Micron black markers to outline as well. And he's got thicker Sharpies, and then he's got these Mr. Sketch ones as well. And once in a blue moon, he'll use these, but not really. No, we don't really use them. I don't know what it is about marker that we don't really use it in our home that much. And he's got a new watercolor pad coming in. It's supposed to actually come today. And new watercolor brushes, because his brushes are probably since kindergarten and they've been really used and loved. So those are going. And as far as painting goes, he really also enjoys using acrylic paint for crafting. So when we paint on wood or things like that, or sometimes ceramic, we use these acrylic craft paints, and he likes these a lot. And then he also has some acrylic tube paint that he uses as well. I'm trying to see if I find anything he made with acrylic recently, and I didn't bring anything out, of course. I don't know why. But he does enjoy working with that. Oh, I didn't even show you guys, because I showed you guys the crayons, and here's some work he made on Waldorfish. This was lesson 2 with the crayons. Isn't that amazing? Look at that. That was all on his own, just following the Waldorfish lesson. I also made one with him. He asked me to participate in this one with him. I don't have it with me, but that was a lot of fun. And I'm like, I want to take the classes too. So, but his 3rd class, he asked his brother, not me, to participate with him. So with that, we just used drawing paper and the Beeswax crayons. So it was a lot of fun. And then I'm gonna make this video too long already. I talk too much. You guys tell me, be quiet. So that's that. He did this week, he did chalk painting. So we used the Faber-Castell soft pastels. You can use chalk and a chalkboard if you want to, or you know, the soft pastels for it, and that was a lot of fun. And here was his final result from that. Isn't that gorgeous? I know. I can't wait to see what else they produce. There's all 36 weeks of lessons, and I can't wait. This was my older son. He's 21, and he made this. And he does not, let me tell you, like art at all. So even he was impressed. He couldn't believe it. So yeah, it was pretty amazing. And when we do art, this is our painting board. And this is what it looks like, and this is why we use it, because our table would look like this otherwise. So we have a wooden board, and we paint right on top of that. And then sometimes when other people come, I don't have like 3,000 painting boards. Got these little plastic mats from IKEA, and we use those. really, really good to paint on and very easy to store because they're plastic. Roll them up, slide them under, whatever. They fit somewhere. Let's see, I'm over here making a hot mess. And as far as paper goes, we are getting the 140-pound watercolor paper. That's what we have coming. I have things like this, like really, really, really big drawing pads. I do have a folding easel that he was in an art class and needed, and they used to use this big paper and he loved it. So I keep getting it for him, this drawing paper, because he likes it. And look, there he is making some sort of comic. And this is just regular drawing paper, just really big. It is 18 by 24. So he gets to make some really cool stuff with that. For the chalkboard, for the chalk that he did, he used the, what is this one? Drawing paper in coal black. So it was black. So it's almost like a chalkboard. And these were 12 by 18. I did buy smaller, and then I ended up thinking to myself that bigger was better. So he had more space to color on. Okay, so let me see. I think that's it as far as art supplies. He does have his like charcoal pencils, drawing pencils, sketching pencils. These are from Michael's. I'm trying to see what else he has. Another set of graphite sketch set. And he has these little things from Al Crate Jr. Look at this pouch, isn't it cute? I'm actually borrowing that this weekend, don't tell him. More drawing pencils. Another thing he got from Al Crate Jr. and it came with drawing pencils in it. And I think if you would have seen, he got this pencil roll, or it's an art supply roll. You can put paintbrushes in here. This was also from Al Crate Jr. And he put his Al Crate Jr. pencils in there already. Isn't that cute? He was actually using that this morning. Okay, so I think as far as art goes, that's it. So I'm gonna show you some things we use for it. I don't think I'm gonna get to handwork in this video because then you guys might not like me ever. I think I showed this in a book outlet unboxing or haul, and we're planning on using it this year. So it has different things. Let's say here, this is a self-portrait, and if we discuss self-portraits that week, we'll use that page, and it has artists, different artists in it. So we can also go ahead and use this for when we study certain artists, which I plan on doing 100 times better this year. We have Go Fish for Art, Van Gogh and Friends, and it is just that. It's Go Fish, but with art work on it. It's super cute. See, you see those? Aren't those cute? So, and it says you can play 2 classic card games of memory, strategy, and art appreciation with these cards. And then for more learning on just paintings, and if we discuss a certain type of painting, an era, or an artist, or whatever, I have these Usborne famous paintings cards, and I absolutely love these. Here you go. We've got the Mona Lisa from Leonardo da Vinci, and on the back it has the information. What I like is the information's on the back. The card is nice and thick, so you get to have the art study and the information is there. It's not in the way. Absolutely love that. And it's small, it's compact, so I don't have to find too much space for it. And I can't even share all the artist books we have because there's so many. Well, I can, but not in this video because, again, you guys won't like me. But I did bring one out. Women Artists A to Z is something we'll use. It's just one little page on an artist, and we absolutely like that because it's just, sometimes on the weekend, if I want to do that artist coming up, I will just read that one page the night before just to get his mind going on it. And this is one on Women Artists A to Z. And when we recently did Yayoi, and I have a picture book on her as well, I try to, like I said, I have a lot of materials, and I usually try to make him a doll, unless I already own one, of the artist, so he can have one, and then usually he'll make one, or he'll make something else. For this one, he made a paper doll, which I couldn't find today, And this was, again, one of the artist studies we did last year. We've done Frida a couple times. We've done Leonardo da Vinci, which we'll do again. And we've done, oh goodness, who else? I don't even know. I can't think right now, but we've done a few. Vincent van Gogh. We've done a couple. It's hard for me to squeeze it all in because I want to do poets, I want to do artists, I want to do writers, and to me they're all kind of under the same category. And so one month I might do an artist, and then the next month I might do a poet, and then the next month I might do an author or a writer. So it's just a big mix here in our house of that, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay, even though you hear me stressing about how we're going to be better at it this year. I bought this a while ago, and I never gave it to him because I wanted him to appreciate it maybe a little bit more. I guess I could have given it to him and then just bought another one, but we're gonna use it this year, the art activity book, because I just know he'll be able to use it so much better now than when I first purchased it. And this is from Usborne. And I am an Usborne rep. I don't really host parties or anything. I just do it for myself, but I'll put my link below in case you want to get anything that I do share that is Usborne. And if you don't want to use that link, that is also okay. If you have your own rep already, great. Or if you are one, even better. But yeah, I have a whole collection of their books, and I really love them, and that's why. And here's another one we use, the Usborne, the Children's Book of Art, and it has over 30 of the world's best loved pictures. So we've used this one, and it's really nice because it'll just be like one, I think it's just like 2 pages on it. Yep. Like that, and we enjoy that because it's nice and short and a nice introduction to the art and the artist. And then this one is the Usborne Art Treasury, and I like this one because it shows you the art and then it has a project to go with it. So here we go. We've got the Golden Fish from Paul Klee, and then on the next page, so here you've got the painting or the art, and then here you've got some information, and then on the next page you've got the artwork for you and your child to do. Isn't that fun? Because sometimes this mama brain doesn't work and I don't know what to do with him that is hands-on to go with it. You know, it is. And then we also do a lot of art with our history too, so that's another way we incorporate it. And it's not so much even just the artists, but what kind of art were they creating? Where were they creating it? So we've got this cave paintings to Picasso, which is nice. I want to say this was a recent purchase because we didn't use it. We haven't used it yet, but I like it because I have read through it. It has the timeline on the side, and then it tells you where it's from and gives you some information, and then you just keep going along in time. I will let you know that it is in BC and AD, not BCE. So if that is an issue for you, then you might not like this one. It is from Chronicle Kids, Cave Paintings to Picasso. And then we really use this one alongside our history. Can't even tell, but the dust jacket is a mess. It's Vincent Starry Night and Other Stories, A Children's History of Art. And as we're reading our history curriculum, which is Curiosity Chronicles, we'll also pair up the art. And then we use History Unboxed, and I love that because it has crafts in it and activities, so sometimes I don't have to think of anything. And even though Curiosity Chronicle gives you lots of activity ideas, it's already boxed up for me in History Unboxed. I'll have to do a video on History Unboxed because you would like those. Okay, so I think that's it for art, and now more or less his handwork. Well, this is kind of like art. So this is a book we use, Creative Form Drawing. Last year we made it about halfway through class 1 because there's 3 classes in here, if I remember correctly. Yeah. And we made it halfway through, and we will continue this year. It is also good for handwriting skills. It's not just art, but it does improve drawing skills. So we enjoy this, and it just helps them get confident with their movement of their hands. So, okay, now onto handwork. So these just came in. It was a replenishment. This is a small one. I've had like the big boxes before. You can see this is so old of the modeling beeswax from Stockmar, and we enjoy these, especially when I'm reading. Sometimes he'll make something that goes along with the story or something like that. So it's this beeswax, it's cold, so it's hard and firm, and you know, you hold it in your hands, it warms up, and once this beeswax is warmed up, you can model it and shape it into things. And we've been working with this probably since Jan was in kindergarten. It's a lot harder then, but it really builds the muscles in the hands, which is good. And I can show you, he started off like, these are like his old snails, and as time has gone on, they're pretty dirty because he's played with them so much. His snails have gotten better. He is currently working on something because we have two little feet here that were just hanging out. So, and those last forever. We keep it in a jar, lasts forever. Another thing we like to do are window stars, and we like to make different ones for different seasons, different celebrations. I brought one out to show you guys. It's been messed up from being in storage, but this was a sun. I think we did this for the winter solstice. And I have a rose windows book where you would use the same paper, but we have yet to ever use this one, to be honest, but I'm hoping this year we get to it. We have done the window star book, and you just use this kite paper. And this is the small, I don't know what size it is, pack of kite paper, the small size. I have some that are like this long, they're huge. And I'll link where I get them. I get most of my like arts and like schooling supplies from RVA Naturals. So anyways, you can see where we're working on something, and it's just, we've got a whole bunch of these like kite paper. These are the small ones, and then we have bigger ones, and those small ones make this size right here. We were talking about painting. I have painting. We don't use this one anymore, but I thought I'd bring it out. Painting with children when he was smaller, and it's you know, prepping the paper, just how to paint with the watercolors and things like that. Weaving. We got a loom last year. He used it a couple times. I'm hoping we'll use more of it this year. So I got the Weaving with Children book. I thought this would be helpful. So it has some pretty neat stuff in there. I'm hoping we will use it this year. And then I have in here this little kit. Once again, something I got in a swap. And it's a stick weaving kit. And we haven't used it yet, but I'm really excited to try that out. And then he's got his knitting needles. These are kind of small now. He's got bigger ones in his basket, and we've got a bunch of wool yarn. So, because it's nice, it feels nice to touch. It's just nice and warm, and so it's just what we use. We've got the wooden knitting needles and the wool, and to be honest, he has not picked this up very well, so we will continue. Finger knitting was fine. Knitting itself, not so much, probably because I'm not a great knitter myself. So, but we do have a couple books, a first book of knitting for children that has some little knitting ideas. I want to say, was this one of them had a really cute little verse in it for when you knit. This one even has the history. And we always talk about, you know, where we get the wool from the sheep, and then they get sheared and how it gets dyed and all that. And we've actually dyed our own yarn before as well, with some goldenrod we harvested. So this is around 2 fingers over the yarn, pull a loop through, jump out of the barn. So it's kind of cute. And then the casting on verse, in through the front door, dance around the back, peek through the window, and on jumps Jack. That's actually how I learned with that verse. So that's pretty neat. I like that one a lot. And then he's got this kids knitting. So hopefully when he gets good enough, we will use this one to do a few different projects. I know I showed in our classroom video his wool felt, and these are the small ones. These are the ones we keep in the classroom. We have larger sheets that we keep in the office because we pretty much share them. And again, I get in these materials because sometimes when I get the craft felt, which I do get from like Michael's or whatever, it doesn't come out as nice, or when you're trying to stitch it together, it's harder. So I get in the wool felt, and they also do sell mixed, where it's part wool and part some other synthetic fiber, and those are pretty good as well. He likes these, and let me see. Oh, I pulled something out. This is something he made with it last year when we were studying ancient Egypt. He made the double crown, he made Egypt, and then he wrote Egypt on top. And it's just so much easier to stitch on this than the craft wool. The craft wool is just hard to craft on. Sometimes I will also, while he does that, I may sit down next to him. This was when we studied Maya Angelou. I made him this. I sat next to him and did this, and I think he made a drawing of her while I did that. And then on a lot of the time on our wool felt, we will use the wool roving, which I think I also showed you guys last time in the basket. He's got a basket. We just replenish this as it goes, or he goes into the office and pulls what he wants. And with his, you can see it's been used here. It's got all these colors. His needle felting pad, he will create something. This is one he made 2 years ago for the harvest moon, full moon. Let me see, he made this, it's a whole life cycle, but I only have this one out. This little chick, when he made this year when we studied chickens, he made a life cycle of chickens set on here, and you can see it because it's not finished on the back, the wool coming through on the back. And sometimes I will do the same. This one is a mixture of wool felt and wool roving, and I will make little things alongside him as well. We will make fun little projects together. So that's that. I'm trying to see if I'm forgetting anything. Nope. And for the moon, quick, just the cookie cutter made that circle so perfect. He just needle felted right in there. So just making shapes is a great way to start. And his needle felting needles are somewhere. I can't even find them right now. Who knows? I'm trying to think. Nope. I don't know where they are, but they're around, and he has these finger covers, because if you hurt yourself with those needles, they hurt. Sorry, I had to pause there for a minute. Jam just returned from golf, so now he saw what I'm over here doing. And this is the last one. This book is actually mine, and I'm actually gonna give it to him this year. I make peg dolls, and this was the first book I ever got on peg dolls, and it was my inspiration to start. As you saw, like I said, I paint for him a little peg doll every time we study someone, or an artist, a poet, or whatever. Either that, or as you saw, I will make something on felt. But this was the first book that inspired me, and so I feel that he is old enough now to take it and use it. Before, I was very protective of it, and I have the second book as well. And it's very nice because it uses the wooden pegs, but it also uses paint and the felt and things like that. So he will be able to use a lot of the materials he already, look at that, isn't that adorable? That he already owns. So this year I will allow him to use this book. And I believe that is truly it, that is our art supplies and our craft supply, handcraft supplies, handwork, handicraft, whatever you want to call them. We always say handwork or handcrafts. If you have any questions, I will link where I got most of these items below if I remember where. And these are the materials we really love, and we reuse every year. We keep purchasing them because they work really well for us. And again, if you know of any good crayons that are thinner, let me know below so I can check those out. There he is. See, he's here. He's about to go play a board game. Which one?
I really recommend this one.
Ghost Fighting Treasure Hunt. We'll have to do a board game video soon. He has a ton he really likes. Okay, so that's it for that. I will link everything below, like I said. I'm trying to think if I'm forgetting anything, but I don't think so. One of these days I'm actually gonna make notes, but as you can tell, we usually just wing it here. This video was 10 times longer than I hoped, because like always, I just talk. I can't just be like, and this, and this, and this. I wish. So hopefully I didn't bore you guys too much, especially because Jam was in here with me to make his little silly faces and make it way more fun than I can. But thanks for stopping by, and we hope you will come again soon. I'm just trying to think and make sure I didn't forget anything. I don't think so. That's pretty much the gist of our art and handwork and what we use. So we will see you guys later. It will be more fun next time with Jam here with me, and we will share, I want to say, oh, I forgot we had something planned, but I can't even remember. So we'll share that with you guys soon. And if you have anything you want to see from our schooling, from crafting life, anything, just let us know, and we will be happy to share it. All right, we'll talk to you. And I also forgot, we have, of course, another game for art, which is Professor Noggin's History of Art. So, and like I said, I will put everything below in the description on where to get these items. Again, we just love trivia, so this is another fun one for studying art. And like I said, when we do history, we learn a lot about art. So it's a good way to incorporate history and art. So, okay, now for real. We'll see you guys later. Bye.